Tucson, Arizona, a quiet desert city where the nights fall fast and the streets grow still after sunset. On January 31st, 2026, in a peaceful residential neighborhood, something happened that would shake this community and draw national attention. An 84-year-old woman vanished. Her name is Nancy Guthrie. She didn't leave a note, she didn't pack a bag, she didn't tell anyone she was going somewhere. By morning, she was gone. And what investigators found outside her home would turn a missing person case into something far more disturbing. Act 1. The Last Known Night. Nancy Guthrie lived a quiet life in Tucson. Neighbors describe her as routine-oriented, predictable, someone who kept to herself but was always polite. At 84 years old, Nancy had limited mobility and required daily medication. According to authorities, she was not someone who could easily travel long distances alone. On the evening of January 31st, nothing appeared unusual. There were no reports of loud disturbances, no emergency calls, no visible signs of chaos. But when family members were unable to reach her the next morning, concern grew quickly. By the time law enforcement arrived to conduct a welfare check, they realized something was wrong. Nancy was not inside the house. And then investigators noticed something on the porch. Blood. Act 2. The Discovery. The blood was located near the entrance of the home. Forensic teams were immediately called in. Samples were collected, tested, analyzed. The results confirmed what investigators feared. The blood matched Nancy Guthrie's DNA. That discovery shifted the investigation dramatically. This was no longer just a missing person case. Authorities began working under the assumption that Nancy may have been taken against her will. Soon after, surveillance footage from the area began to surface. A masked individual was captured on video near the residence around the time Nancy disappeared. The footage is grainy, the figure's identity concealed, but investigators believe the timing is significant. Who was this person? Were they connected to Nancy? Or were they simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? At this stage, authorities have not publicly identified the individual. Act 3. Federal Involvement. As the seriousness of the case became clear, federal authorities joined the investigation. The Federal Bureau of Investigation began coordinating with local law enforcement. When the FBI steps in, it signals that investigators believe the case may extend beyond local boundaries or involve complex forensic elements. Reports indicate that advanced investigative tools are being used. Among them, signal detection technology designed to locate electronic devices. Authorities have not publicly detailed what specific devices they are searching for, but such tools can detect Bluetooth and digital signatures that may help track movement patterns. Investigators also recovered a glove near the area of Nancy's disappearance. The glove is currently undergoing forensic analysis, DNA testing, fiber examination. Every possible trace is being examined in the hope of identifying who may have handled it. As of now, no results have been publicly released from that testing. Act 4. The Search Effort. Search operations expanded quickly. Ground teams canvassed nearby desert terrain. Drones scanned open land. Officers knocked on doors throughout the neighborhood. Thousands of tips began pouring in. Authorities have reportedly offered a reward exceeding $100,000 for information leading to Nancy's recovery or the identification of those responsible. Despite these efforts, weeks have passed without a confirmed suspect. No arrests, no public announcement of a person of interest. Investigators remain careful about what information they release. In active cases, too much transparency can jeopardize future prosecutions. Act 5. The Family. As media attention intensified, public speculation grew. In high-profile cases, rumors can spread quickly. Law enforcement addressed that directly. Officials stated clearly that Nancy's family members are not considered suspects. They emphasized that the family has cooperated fully with investigators. In emotionally charged investigations, clarity matters. For now, authorities are focusing on physical evidence and digital analysis rather than speculation. Act 6. The questions. And yet, the questions continue to build. Was Nancy targeted? Did someone know her routine? Was this a random crime of opportunity? The presence of blood suggests a struggle or injury occurred near the entrance of her home. But investigators have not disclosed the amount of blood found, nor whether signs of forced entry were present. The masked figure in surveillance footage remains one of the most haunting elements of the case. Was this individual scouting the home? Were they waiting? Or is the timing? Without an arrest or official identification, the footage remains a mystery. Act 7. The bigger picture. Cases involving elderly victims often present unique challenges. Limited mobility can make someone vulnerable. Routine behavior can make patterns predictable. But abductions from private residences, particularly without widespread public disturbance, are statistically rare. That rarity is part of what makes this case so unsettling. Nancy did not disappear on a busy highway. She did not vanish during a public outing. She disappeared from her own home, in a quiet neighborhood, without a clear trail. Current status, February 2026. As of now, Nancy Guthrie remains missing. DNA evidence has been confirmed at the scene. Surveillance footage is under review. The FBI remains actively involved. No arrests have been announced. The investigation remains open and ongoing. Authorities continue urging anyone with credible information to come forward. Final thoughts. Some cases resolve quickly, others take years, and some leave families living in the space between hope and fear. An 84-year-old woman vanished from her Tucson home. There was blood. There was a masked figure. There was federal involvement. But there are still no answers. Somewhere the truth exists, and someone knows more than they have said. Until that truth comes to light, the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie remains one of the most unsettling mysteries unfolding in Arizona today.